And aside from
Mr. Chair,
Congressman,
may I interrupt? If this is an open and shut case, why is there a build-up until now?
Dahil
Nagmamakawa ako sa Diyos na i-file na. Dispense with the investigation, file the case in court.
darating po tayo dyan, Mr. Chairman.
Hindi
Pero ito po, no, buti nga yung anak niya na drug lord at saka yung ano niya, son-in-law
That
ay
would be,
ano,
I take exception to that statement, Mr. Chair.
Please,
It is not fair. And
it's my
is a
opinion.
mischievous
It's my
statement.
opinion. Ikaw nga pinapapatay mo yung mga suspected
session suspended.
Wala ka na. Ano? Oh.
Sani.
Pinapagalit eh.
Huwag, Sani. Huwag kang mag-arte rito ng ganyan.
Sa DOJ itong illegal drug trading case. Yun pong unang plunder case na ito nga which included the illegal ill-gotten wealth of Duterte sa ano po 'yon sa ombudsman. Then yung dalawang plunder ay nandoon din po sa DOJ na file. Apo.
Mr. Chair, I am more particular on the case that you just have recently filed,
Yes.
the 6.4 million shabu, and that was filed before the Department of Justice, correct?
Opo, yes, Mr.
And
Chairman.
may we know, Mr. Chair, what is the status of this case pending before the DOJ?
Ngayon po nasa case build-up stage siya. Pero ano po ito, no? Open and shut case ito dahil yung ibang involved dito na akusado ay actually na-convict. So they will just be using the same set of evidence. Pero this time, it will include ito na mga ibang mga personalities na hindi nasama dun sa unang kaso, Mr. Chairman.
And aside from
Mr. Chair,
Congressman,
may I interrupt? If this is an open and shut case, why is there a build-up until now?
Dahil
Nagmamakawa ako sa Diyos na i-file na. Dispense with the investigation, file the case in court.
darating po tayo dyan, Mr. Chairman.
Hindi
Pero ito po, no, buti nga yung anak niya na drug lord at saka yung ano niya, son-in-law
That
ay
would be,
ano,
I take exception to that statement, Mr. Chair.
Please,
It is not fair. And
it's my
it is a
opinion.
mischievous
It's my
statement.
opinion. Ikaw nga pinapapatay mo yung mga suspected
session suspended.
Wala ka na. Ano? Oh.
Sani.
Pinapagalit eh.
Huwag, Sani. Huwag kang mag-arte rito ng ganyan. You do not provide.
Please avoid calling names. We can conduct this hearing professionally and calmly. So avoid calling names para hindi
explanation on the issue of jurisdiction. At anyway, Mr. Chair, to end the discussion on the jurisdiction, probably we can just ask one explanation from the lawyers and one explanation from the counsel of former President Duterte, and then I'll shift to another issue, Mr. Chair, just to settle everything about jurisdiction. Anyway, what is clear right now is that there is an ongoing investigation with the ICC. And we cannot settle that issue here in the Quadcom hearing, Mr.
Mr.
Chair.
Chairman,
That is correct.
Mr. Chair.
Attorney Mejaldea has already stated that the decision was, there was no jurisdiction, if I understood it correctly. And what you're saying, Congressman Bungalon, is that you will ask another lawyer to dispute the fact that the statement made by Attorney Mejaldea is not true? Is that what you mean?
Because when the former executive secretary was explaining, I guess Attorney Nery Colmenares would like to answer in response to the statement made. And after giving Attorney Colmenares a chance to explain, then we will also give another chance. And that would be the end, Mr. Chair, on the issue of jurisdiction.
Okay, if that is the agreement of the members of the committee, then the chair will allow our resource persons to reply to the questions raised by Congressman Bungalon.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr.
Why are we even discussing this ICC issue? I think mas meron pong mga importante that need to be
yes.
settled. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, maraming different views ang members. Like, for example, ako, talagang we have the pronouncement that let the ICC get the documents from us. Hindi po para i-discuss natin yung mga bagay na ito dito sa Quadcom. We have agreed that let the ICC do their thing and we will do our thing as well, Mr. Chairman. So I believe we stop this discussion about ICC, Mr. Chairman.
In fairness to Congressman Bungalon, he has the floor. Congressman Fernandez. And 1 minute suspension as requested by the Vice President. Hearing is resumed. So earlier, before we suspended, there was a question raised by Congressman Bungalon where the former executive secretary has replied and has stated his reply as the ICC has no jurisdiction. And in order to be fair, we'd like to get likewise the side of the lawyers who may probably dispute the statement made by the former executive secretary. And after that, we will again give the former executive secretary the opportunity to again reply. To be fair, yan po ang ating ano. So at this point, you may ask the question, Congressman Bungalon, to whoever you want among the resource persons to reply.
We just want to hear the comment of Attorney Colmenares and then
Thank you. Thank you,
followed by
Mr.
the
Chair.
executive
Short lang actually to. Na muna, Mr. Chair. It's not true that there is any section in the Rome Statute that says that the prosecutor has to investigate within 1 year. There is no such rule, Mr. Chair, and probably the Honorable Executive Secretary is mistaken in the reading of the Rome Statute. Second, Mr. Chair, the decision of the pretrial chamber is that the investigation should continue. At klaro naman, Mr. Chair, na ang desisyon doon ay hindi nagsabi na hindi kami tutuloy, walang jurisdiction. The Executive Secretary is citing the dissenting opinion, but we all know that the ruling of the majority is the case. So even if may nag-dissent doon, the fact is the ICC has decided. So basically, the investigation continues, may jurisdiction ng ICC, and if the former president gusto niyang i-challenge yun, then he can always go to the ICC and file a motion, but as long as the decision stays, and the investigation is continuing, and we are hoping that it will end before the end of this year, and sana may warrant of arrest, and then President Duterte will probably be the first Asian to be
Okay.
tried in the ICC.
Salamat.
Salamat po.
Thank you, Attorney Colmenares. Before that, Mr. President, if you would like to rest.
I'm sorry, I was talking to my daughter.
Yes, Mr. President, if you'd like to rest, we can excuse you.
No, no, sir. I am willing to sit here and testify until probably 2 o'clock in the morning. Hindi ako nagbibiro. Kung
Sir-
gusto ninyo, gabain ninyo ang alas 6.
1 minute suspension.
Nag-approach.
And sila ang magpahinga. It's expensive to travel. Let us have a continuous hearing, maybe 5-10 days. And each hearing hanggang ako, I'm good until 2 in the morning. I demand that kind of, kasi probinsyano po ako, hindi naman ako mayaman. Every time that I am summoned there, it's a expense. Hotel, pati aeroplano. Ngayon kung magsige tayo dito pa, ganon, mamuluwi ako. I am living on my retirement pay. Wala akong negosyo. Tanungin mo kahit sino sa damo. Wala akong outside source except my retirement pay. Ngayon, kung ganito tayo palagi, mamamlubi talaga ako. So, mabuti pa, diretso tayo until kingdom come, until this committee will come to a logical and right decision. Hindi pwede yung magpatawag ng kayo ng ano-ano tapos anong oras. Expensive yan eh. Lalo na sa, mabuti kung mayaman kami. And we have to spend for the hotel. Well, anong
Hearing is resumed. Mr. President, inaalala lang po namin ang inyong health. Dahil ito naman po ay hindi pa ho, ito ang una't huling hearing na gagawin natin. And we wanted to make sure na kayo po ay healthy.
It would be great for the people to know that I died in your...
Mr. President, in deference also with the request of the Vice President, concern lang po siya sa kalusugan po ninyo. And that's the reason why the chairman decided to let you go.
Vice President lang naman, di ba siya presidente? Hintay siya kung presidente siya, maniwala tayo.
So are you okay? And can we proceed, Mr. President?
Until kingdom come.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
Okay.
Now, the parliamentary status is that before we went on break, Congressman Jill Bungalon has asked a question to the lawyers who are present and our resource persons as well. Now, you can continue, Congressman Bungalon?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm already, let's end with the discussion of the jurisdiction. I just would like to ask some questions to one of the resource persons, former Senator Antonio Trillanes. Regarding po ito dun sa nabanggit ni Congressman Bong Tebes kanina, na may na-file daw ho kayong kaso laban kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, including his son, Congressman Pulong Duterte, and his son-in-law, Mans Carpio, and other respondents. Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang po malaman kung ano yung kaso na i-file po ni former Senator Trillanes.
Mr. Chairman, ang na-file ko na case laban kay Duterte ay tatlong plunder cases. Yung una, tungkol doon sa mga ghost employees at mga confidential funds niya sa Davao. Tapos pangalawa, yung frigate scam na 16 billion na kung saan ang binigay nila ng mga equipment ay yung mga segunda klase, whereas doon sa kontrata mga primera klase yung nakalagay. Tapos pangatlo, yung 6.6 billion pesos na infrastructure projects na binigay ni Duterte at ni Bongo doon sa tatay at kapatid ni Bongo, starting nung mayor siya until nagpresidente siya. Then, may final din ako na illegal drug smuggling case laban kay Pulong Duterte, kay Man Scarpio, kay Charlie Tan, Nicanor Faildon, Allen Capuyan, at iba pa. Ito yung tungkol sa 6.4 billion peso shabu na hinayaan lang nung presidenteng galit daw sa illegal na droga, pero ang mga kinasuhan lang yung mga maliliit na players at na-spare yung mga drug lords.
Mr. Chair, pwede ho ba malaman kay former Senator Trillanes kung saan niyo po i-final yung mga kasong ito?
Final ko po sa DOJ itong illegal drug trading case. Yun pong unang plunder case na ito nga, which included the illegal ill-gotten wealth of Duterte, sa ano po 'yon, sa ombudsman. Then yung dalawang plunder ay nandoon din po sa DOJ na file. Apo.
Mr. Chair, I am more particular on the case that you just have recently filed,
Yes.
the 6.4 million shabu, and that was filed before the Department of Justice, correct?
Opo, yes, Mr.
And
Chairman.
may we know, Mr. Chair, what is the status of this case pending before the DOJ?
Ngayon po nasa case build-up stage siya. Pero ano po ito, no? Open and shut case ito dahil yung ibang involved dito na akusado ay actually na-convict, so they will just be using the same set of evidence, pero this time it will include ito na mga ibang mga personalities na hindi nasama dun sa unang kaso, Mr. Chairman.
And aside from
Mr. Chair,
Congressman,
may I interrupt? If this is an open and shut case, why is there a build-up until now?
Dahil
Nagmamakawa ako sa Diyos na i-file na. Dispense with the investigation, file the case in court.
darating po tayo dyan, Mr. Chairman.
hindi
Pero ito po, no, buti nga yung anak niya na drug lord at saka yung ano niya, son-in-law
That
ay
would be,
ano,
I take exception to that statement, Mr. Chair.
Please,
It is not fair. And
it's
it
my
is a
opinion.
mischievous
It's my
statement.
opinion. Ikaw nga pinapapatay mo yung mga suspected
session suspended.
Wala ka na. Ano?
Sani,
Pinapagalit eh.
Sani, huwag kang mag-arte rito ng ganyan. You do not provide.
Please avoid calling names. We can conduct this hearing professionally and calmly. So avoid calling names para hindi po tayo magkaroon ng sakitan. Hearing is resumed. Congressman Bongalon.
Mr. Chair, may I continue with my interpellations? Mr. Chair, with regard to this case filed and pending before the Department of Justice, I just would like to ask the complainant, former Senator Trillanes, I think it is safe to assume that before you filed the case, you conducted your research. Would that be correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, doon pa lang sa Senado, nag-imbestiga na po kami at lahat po ng nakalap namin na impormasyon doon plus yung mga ginamit ng prosecution sa paglilitis ng kaso, yun po ang included. At maliwanag po yun, no? Yun namang pagka-label ko po ng drug lord. That is my assessment po, Mr. Chairman. With all due respect dun sa mga members ng committee, there is no other skirting around the fact. Kasi po, nung sila, maliwanag po dun sa testigo, yung testimonya ng testigo, kinokontrol ang gatekeepers at that time ng mga kontrabando ay si Man Scarpio at si Pulong Duterte. At nakalagay po yon on record sa Senate investigations at doon sa court hearings. Then, ito nga po, no? Hindi sila sinama nung finaled sa kaso by some miracle, ang in-include lang yung mga minor players. Ngayon, yun nga po yung sinasabi ko simulat sa pool. Kasi po kung talagang seryoso tayo dun sa paglilinis ng ating bayan ng illegal drugs, dapat hahanapin mo yung mastermind. Sino yung pinakang drug lord na nag-import nito? At yun nga po ang natumbok namin, si Pulong Duterte. In fact, nung Senate hearing, sinabi ko nga na miyembro ng triad si Pulong at yung proof nun ay yung dragon tattoo sa likod niya, which is the mark of a triad member. And I challenged him. Sabi ko kung pwede siyang ipakita ron. At kahit na dun lang siya sa isang secluded room at makuha ng Sergeant at Arms, edi either mapoprove or disapprove. Kung prove or disprove. At doon nga po tinanggihan niya, no? It was an opportunity to show the whole country na hindi lang inosente siya na kundi mali yung aking mga impormasyon. So natumbok na namin yun noon, pero nung final yung kaso, tinanggal po yung anak, si Pulong. Opo.
To continue, Mr. Chair.
You have last 2 minutes, Congressman Bongalon.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll just wrap up my questions. To continue, you conducted that Senate investigation in 2017. And what was the outcome of that investigation?
Yun nga po, no? Dahil na whitewash po nung mga panahon na yon, kasi yung chairman ng committee noon ay kaalyado nito ni Duterte, kaya wala pong nahantungan. Tapos nung final po sa DOJ yon, yung kaso na yon, dahil nakatingin na po yung buong Pilipinas eh. At nakuha talaga yung 6.4 billion shabu, so kailangan po may mananagot. Pero ang mga nanagot ay yung mga nasa ibaba lang. Ni nga pangalan lang nung drug lord na nasa likod nung importation na yon, ni hindi po minimension nung mga PIDEA or nito ni Duterte para lang pakita no kung sino yung nasa likod noon. Kaso he was not interested precisely because kagrupo niya. Isa na doon yung anak niya. Yun po yun.
Mr. Chair, a while ago you mentioned the name of Michael Yang.
Yes.
Is he a respondent to this case?
Doon po yan sa Jimmy Guban case. Dalawa po kasi, no, yung 11 billion na yung shabu shipment na yon, ang sabi ni Jimmy Goban, base dun sa testimonya niya dito, doon po involved si Michael Yang, Pulong again, and Manscarpio. Pero doon po, dito sa 6.4 billion peso shabu, ang lumabas po si Charlie Tan, ang drug lord associate na kasama nila. And lahat po to lumabas po dun sa testimonya ni Arturo Las Cañas. These are the names: Michael Yang, Sammy Uy, at Charlie Tan. Sila po yung mga kakagrupo ng drug lords na kapartner at pinoproteksyonan ni Duterte.
For my last question, Mr. Chair, you also mentioned a while ago the word triad.
Yes.
Ano ho ba itong triad nito at ano ang partisipasyon nitong triad nito sa sinasabi niyo pong 6.4 million na shabu at yun yung basis nyo ng pag-file ng kaso laban ho sa mga respondents dito sa kasong ito?
Base po sa testimonya ni Las Cañas, miyembro po ng triad si Charlie Tan at Michael Yang at ni-recruit nila si Pulong. So yun po ang triad. Ito po yung mga grupo na involved sa mga illegal activities na based sa mainland China, Hong Kong, and Macau, Mr. Chairman.
Your Honor,
That would be my
may
last question, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
interrupt.
Thank you, Congressman Bongalon. Mr. President, you'd like to say something?
There are so many persons accused here or mentioned to be criminals. Criminal yung ano. In fairness, yung mga tao na sinasabi nito, dapat ipatawag
Ye-
at given a chance also to answer.
Yes, we will. In fact,
that-
we invited them in the
That
last
is,
two hearings.
yeah, this is how it operates, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Fairness.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, the next to